What if Keychron made a gaming-focused keyboard? Well, that's kind of what they've done with Lemokey. It's their brand that is a subdivision of Keychron, and we've got the L3 here, which is a TKL wireless keyboard. You know, oh, they do say gaming. A gaming mechanical keyboard with endless possibilities. The only real difference between this guy and other stuff from Keychron, as far as I can tell, is they've got 2.4 gigahertz wireless now, which is actually really good because it lets you hit 1000 hertz polling rate on wireless. I use them all wired anyway, so I like them and I'm fine, and they do 1000 hertz polling rate wired, but they only have Bluetooth typically. Does it come with a dongle? Where is the dongle? Yes, we have our dongle. Ask anyone around here, I basically never use wireless anything, but if it uses a dongle, there's a good chance it's gonna at least be okay. Bluetooth, I just don't trust it, I'm sorry. Man, I just love saying the word dongle too. It's such a weird name. Such a weird word.
Say it like a Bostonian.
Dongle.
Yeah.
Dang, I got the dongle in my, in my packet. Oh yeah, they're gonna hate me. They're gonna hate me. They'll be like, that sounds like some garbage. And be like, garbage. So we've got a screwdriver, an Allen key, and a keycap and switch puller. Very handy. I actually really like that they include the little screwdriver and 2 Allen keys actually, so that if you do want to open this, you're not without the proper tools. We've got some extra keycaps here. That looks like it's for, you know, if you want to convert this to an Apple or Mac layout, so it's got command instead of control or Windows key. Oh my God, I am such a fan that more and more companies seem to be including extra hardware. I love that they've got 2 extra case screws. And then we've got 4 screws that go into the PCB, probably for your stabilizers. Really teeny tiny guys. We've got some feet. I don't know if these are extras. Let's take a look. Yep, feet are already pre-installed, so these are just extra feet, which is always nice. And then we've got a bunch of extra what look like gaskets. It is gasket mounted, double gasket apparently. They've also got a handy dandy quick start guide. This is pretty typical for Keychron in general. And they've got the Type-C extension adapter in case you don't have a USB-A port to use, which is actually becoming more and more common on laptops. It's not male. Okay, I don't like the adapter as much as I thought I did because it's not just a pure adapter. It's female on both ends. So unfortunately, you can throw this in here, but then you're gonna need a USB-C to C cable. Yeah, just a really minor thing. Like, it's nice that they've included the adapter, and it's nice that they've also included an adapter going the other way for the USB-C cable. However, I really wish this was a female to male connection so that you could just take the dongle and slot it into your laptop or computer. Otherwise, we've got a nice long cable, which does come with a female to male connector. The only problem is it's USB-C female side and then USB-A male side, which might not be what you're looking for, especially not with this if you want to use the dongle. But you know, it's like a good, 5 or 6 foot cable. That's great. You know what? We're not gonna use the cable today. Boom! We're gonna try the dongle. That's a great question, Bell. Does it have a dongle storage on the keyboard? Because you know what? A lot of people do lose those things, especially when you want to grab it and go. And it does not look like there is a spot to put the dongle. So that's a bit of a miss. Kind of annoying when you can't just like slot it in somewhere, especially if there's a little cover there to keep it in place, keep it hidden, keep it secret, keep it safe. You know how I know it's a Keychron company, Lemokey, because I got this Keychron thing here. Make sure switch pins are straight before inserting switch in. Wow. If it wasn't clear already, this is hot swap. I think just about everything from Keychron is hot swap these days, if not everything. And they got this really nice guide here if the quick start guide isn't enough for you. Oh, I love how they've got a item list. So the fully assembled version, you've got everything that it comes with, you've got everything for the bare bones version, just to make sure that you haven't actually lost anything, there's nothing missing from your package. It defaults to Windows. This is via QMK compatible, although I think the firmware isn't uploaded yet, so you have to get it yourself and then map it or something. It's on their website. Watch the building tutorial on our website. That's always nice as well. Most kits that you buy will have some kind of build guide somewhere, but it's not always readily apparent, so it's nice when they have it just on their website. As for the actual design and construction of the keyboard, it is aluminum, CNC 6063 aluminum, and it's been anodized to whatever color you want it in. It comes in black, blue, or silver. We've clearly got the black one here. I've never seen this before, but it has, aside from the actual case, it's got these sort of face plates on the top, And I don't know if you can take those off. It looks like you can use a really tiny Allen key. Let me check and make sure that you can use the small one they include. Yep, I can confirm the tiny Allen key that comes with the device will fit into these guys here. I don't know if you have to take the faceplates off to fully disassemble it, but they're kind of neat. Aside from that, it's just kind of a typical TKL, almost. We've also got these 4, what I'm guessing are macro buttons right here. Ooh, these are nice. And they're full key switches too, which is great. They're not like little extra, because we've had a couple keyboards recently that they had macro buttons, but they were like buttons, like click buttons more than they were keys. So this is nice. You can fix and replace these if you need to. We've got a nice knob here, which does click down. I don't know what these 3 little strips are here. I'm guessing that they're LEDs with maybe like it tells you caps lock is on or something like that. We'll find out once we turn it on. And then aside from that, you know, we've got our USB-C port on the left side, which is good for people who want to, you know, some people like it on the middle, some people like it on the right, some people like it on the left. This one's on the left, just so you are aware. And then on the bottom, it's actually got this neat like X cross design on 3 little sections here, along with the feet. I kind of like it. It's got south-facing RGB. That's how you know it's really for gamers. Oh, I turned it on. Oh, look at that. It's a lot more noticeable in person, like directly in front of me here. I can very easily see that. That being said, you know, the one thing that you might want to consider is shine-through keycaps, because these don't look like they are. No, it doesn't appear to be. Ooh, and these things do light up. The only thing that I'm a little confused about are these ports down here. There's like a grill with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ports, and then there's a 7th one with something. It kind of looks like a light, you know, like one of those factory lights, or oh, what are those lights called that you like hang on things in workshops? I'm not sure why that's there. We thought maybe it's for the dongle, to slot the dongle in somewhere, but they're not big enough for the dongle to slot in. So that's definitely not the case. And I don't think there's a built-in speaker on the, I guess, back of the keyboard. We've also got Lemokey, their little badge up here, which is, you know, it's fine. It's nice and understated, not like when you're buying a Red Dragon keyboard and it's like Red Dragon, like right there. As for the switches, let's check them out. We've got Jupiter Red switches from Keychron. Man, I love hot swap. It's just so nice. You take the switch out, you put the switch in, it just works. They're reds, all right. They're linear. They feel and sound pre-lubed. I'm not sure how I'll like them because I'm kind of leaning towards a very heavy linear these days or a tactile. The PCB looks all right. Can't tell too much without, you know, actually opening it up and taking a look, but it's not some stock green PCB. It's nice and black to match the rest of the keyboard and all the inside components. In typical Q series fashion, which is the more premium lineup from Keychron, under the top case you got gaskets, your plate, sound absorbing foam, a nice PCB, some case foam, silicone gaskets, of course a battery, because you know it's wireless. How does it sound and feel and type? You know, that's the real question. Like, it looks cool. It's definitely for certain people and not for certain people. If you don't like this kind of weird industrial thing they're going for, I don't think it's gonna be for you. I kind of dig it, but we're gonna do our typing test to truly evaluate it after a word from our sponsor, War Thunder. War Thunder is a highly detailed free-to-play combat game. It's available on all major platforms with optional crossplay. With a fleet of over 2,000 historically accurate and customizable vehicles, there's something for every taste. Jump right into the action with nothing more than a keyboard and a mouse. Immerse yourself with the highly detailed X-ray damage system rather than a typical health bar. Check out War Thunder at the link below to start playing for free and receive some premium bonuses for signing up today. Setting up device, we're setting up Lemokey Link.
Whoa!
Yo, that's cool. I love it when it just recognizes it like right away. That's fantastic. It's working! So I don't know what they're mapped to originally, but VIA isn't detecting them as like one of the alternate keys that's already on your keyboard, so it's not set to like F13 or anything. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna use something that's not VIA. Yeah, even keyboardtester.com isn't pulling anything up for these, but you can set them to whatever you need, so it's always nice having extras. I actually don't really use macros for anything. I don't even use VIA. Like I don't know. I'm not one of those people who likes to remap things. Even in most games, if the control scheme sucks, I just kind of deal with it and learn it, and then it's too late. All right, so let's try monkey type, and away we go. Oh, 116, 98%. That's not bad, but I've definitely done better.
I've been like, damn, only 116, 98%. This keyboard bombs.
No, it's a good keyboard. One thing I noted though while typing on it is one problem with the Q series that a lot of people experience, and it's kind of like one of the only downsides, is the stabilizers aren't always perfectly done. And so what you end up with is a very different sound when you go to hit the spacebar compared to any other key. And that's just kind of always gonna happen, just because it's like a really long key instead of a small one. But it's not massively different. On a lot of Keychrons that we have here at the office, that's everyone's complaint is like, oh yeah, you know, I can really hear the spacebar every time. But this one is nice and muted, and it's not massively different from the other sounds of the keys. So it actually sounds really good, especially if you like that kind of more high-pitched sound a little bit. Like, it's got foams in there, but it sounds almost elegant in a way. It sounds like what you expect a mechanical keyboard to sound like, but a little better. I'm actually pretty against linears right now, unless they're super heavy, but I really enjoy these red Jupiters from Gateron. Maybe I just need to keep like typing with linears again. It's got a 4,000 milliamp hour battery if you're gonna go wireless. I mean, 4,000 milliamp hour is actually pretty average compared to other wireless keyboards out there. Obviously, if you don't have the RGB either turned on or have the brightness cranked, it's gonna last longer. Lights take a lot of battery life. And I hit the caps lock, this does light up. Can you even see that, David? Oh yeah, you can on the camera. Yeah, you can totally see it. This one's blue now. If I cycle it on and off, they definitely like come on. So you can see it's RGB, it's red, green, blue. It does that as soon as I set it to Bluetooth. So we found it in the manual, not in the quick start guide. If you're a little confused, go looking at the manual. We've got our charging indicator on the left. The middle is supposed to be 2.4 gigahertz or Bluetooth indicator. Okay, it does it when I connect it. It does it when you connect it, but then it turns off, which is kind of annoying. I actually really like the light staying on. And then the right one, I was correct, it is the caps lock light, because that was pretty obvious. You hit the caps lock button, it turns on. So I do like that they're red, green, blue. It's a minor thing, but I mean, it's RGB, it's a gaming keyboard, so I like it, I like it, I like it. Honestly, if you've been looking for something that's wireless, but is still pretty decent, and the best part is this is in stock, maybe look no further. 1,000 hertz polling rate isn't anything special these days. Just about everyone is doing that. Most companies are actually, I mean, most of the bigger brands like Razer and I think Corsair has an 8,000 now as well. They're going up to 8 kilohertz now. But the reality is it's diminishing returns, right? Like 250 hertz, yeah, the latency on that is not great, but the problem before is that Bluetooth polling rate sucks, and people that want to use wireless, like, it's fine for everyday tasks, but when it comes to gaming, you do want to reduce that lag chain as much as possible. And you can kind of do that now with 1,000 hertz. So that's a really nice feature. And I've got to say, I'm pretty big on this thing. Like most Keychron keyboards, you can get this with a few options, whether it's bare bones, assembled, or ISO layout. So you get that weird vertical enter that I can't stand. But it also comes with a number of switches. Gateron Jupiter Red, like we have today, Gateron Jupiter Brown, Gateron Jupiter Banana, and Barebone, which doesn't have a switch at all. You know, it's just barebone. You just get the kit, and that's it. Now, the current configuration, the one that we've got in front of us today, is $216. Now, it starts at 189 bucks for the barebone, and it's currently only available through Kickstarter. It's Keychron, even though it's Lemokey, so you know that they're probably gonna end up delivering. We've got a finished product in the box. It looks like they're all ready to go. They just kind of want to get a sense of whether people want this or not. They don't want to commit to fully pushing it out there, which is fine. It's a new product for them. Assembled with swishes, it's 209 bucks, which honestly doesn't seem too bad for a keyboard of this level of quality. And from a company that I relatively trust, I recommend Keychron all the time, because while this is in pre-order on Kickstarter right now, chances are if it does well, they're just gonna add it, and it's gonna be one of those things that is readily available on their website. Don't get me wrong, some of their products go out of stock, but they're really good because they're just, if you want a certain layout, it's usually there. The only problem that a lot of people might have is that while it is a TKL, it's a lot bigger than a regular TKL because it's got the knob and all these macro keys here. So it's not actually that much smaller than if you bought a full-size keyboard, but I don't know, I kind of dig it. I think it looks neat. I really like the color scheme on this one, on the gray and black and red keycaps. I am digging the cherry profile, although, oh, you know what? No. I took a quick look at this and I'm like, oh, I don't like that the macro keys are all straight, but now I do like it. I changed my mind. Just that fast. I'm a fickle man. As for the keyboard itself, the only thing that would really amp it up a notch in my mind is if it had 1 or 2 stage adjustable feet, especially because, you know, typing angles, people are very sensitive to them and everyone likes something different. I just want to see that more on higher end keyboards in general. Anyway, that's the Lemokey L3. Check it out on Kickstarter if you want to. If you don't want to, and maybe you want to later, maybe it'll be on Lemokey's website. Let us know what you guys think in the comments down below. Subscribe to ShortCircuit. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Cut the camera.